Spacey Sims, and we are back with more the Somnium Files. This is just like a blast. Okay, so we gotta talk to Moma. This is where we left off. We found Sojima here. Oh, shelves. There are files lined up on the shelf. Oh, okay. Window? Some of the things, maybe because we didn't, because none of the other things we can click on, except for I saw the Gatling gun over here we could click on. I accidentally saw, because like, okay. Gatling gun, an old-fashioned Gatling gun. And then it's just Moma and Sho. So let's look at Moma. Look. Moma's giving me a glare. Really? Because he looks like he's going to dry hump our leg right now. It's a little disturbing. Let's see. About Shoko, Renju, Rohan, Kumakura. Do you have an alibi for yesterday and the day before? So those are the questions for him. We normally don't do this, but... Huh. So it's Sojima, member of Congress. I see him often on TV. Feels like I've met him before. We probably did, right? So is standing here looking rather irritated. Yeah, because we found him. Okay. Let's do what are you doing here? That's probably the best one.
I've had a relationship with the Kumakuras since back when Rohan was running things. I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit. Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
He talks as if having business with the Yakuza is like... It's like, I just hang out with the Yakuza people. Like, it's cool. What a business deal. You're mafia. I mean, are we surprised? No, but at the same time, like, you think you just open it, you just openly admit it. Okay, sure.
Strictly business?
Date's like,
A congressman meeting with Yakuza?
See? Date, you, me, same.
How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. But we haven't done anything illegal. If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means. I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids.
Okay. Do you have an alibi for yesterday and the day before?
I went to work, then went home.
So, you have no alibi?
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable. There is a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Sojima.
I agree. We can't trust that.
Okay. About Renju.
The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
It was just some party hosted by some company or other. It's not unusual. Events with those uptight stuffed shirts can be rather dull. So they have some young women from an entertainment office attend.
I mean, okay. I don't want to be like, sounds legit. Sounds a little gross. Like, they have some, like, local idols come and service us. Gross. But, like, this sounds like, it's not like, I mean, we could go bowling together. What? Like, we go to a stuffy party. They bring hot chicks. Gross. But, yeah, okay.
Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
Moma and his crazy face. Okay, let's see. Do you have an alibi for the day before?
Us Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family.
Ujisaki.
The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance.
We do know that's true at least. Well, at least it wasn't the other time. Ujisaki is fun to say.
We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
Date, I did some research. The hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras.
He's like, huh? Yeah, talking to your eye.
It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko, including Moma.
Which we kind of knew about. So, about Shoko.
Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now.
It's funny, for Yakuza, he's like really cool with just chatting with us and being like chill. I mean, it's weird that he's our bro, but like...
I lied earlier, when I said I didn't know her.
What? No.
I thought so.
He's like, duh.
You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Shoko. Shady
Exactly
bitch.
as I suspected.
Like, she looks like she just has bitch face.
Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
Mm-hmm. And Renju?
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work.
They went to high school together. It's really funny that we met Renju. I mean, maybe we knew him before in the 6 years ago, but it's like, oh yeah, I met him a few years ago at this bar, and then somehow we're like besties and I'm watching his kid. And yet, you've known all these other people since high school.
But now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him.
Really?
Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If Talon at his office was causing trouble or something.
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
It's really interesting. You're like, you know, they were giving him trouble, we'd take care of him. And then it's funny because, like, Renju seemed to be trying to get rid of Iris. I don't know what the deal was what was going on there because we haven't quite figured that out. But he's the one that, like, dragged her away. He probably killed her before we saved her in Somnium somehow, right? And yet, Moma's like, Date, how dare you even get near her? So, could you imagine, like, does he know? Because, like, I feel like if Renju was, like, using, like, Moma and the gang to, like, deal with troublesome freaking celebrity, you know? He would have used Moma to do something about Iris. But I don't think... It's weird, though, because then he had a new lover. Was it Iris's mom? Because that would almost explain why he came to her house, tried to take her away, kidnap her, and then maybe something happened, like... Because... But I don't... It's so much weird going on with that. Because it's like, well, maybe not, because... I mean, is Pewter your lover? Because he wants to be. We know that. But also, number 89 that escaped was the quote-unquote uncle, which was, you know, technically her mom's boyfriend. So, it was Hitomi's boyfriend that Renju and Pewter helped escape. He wanted to see Iris. That's probably why Pewter kidnapped her at the end there. But it's like, but who the fuck kidnapped her and killed her? Because it doesn't seem like they wanted her out of the way. It's almost like we have to take her so we can run away, like, because we got involved in some shit. So I don't know what's going on. It's really weird. I hope we figure out all of that, because it's like, I want to know all the answers to that.
No way. He paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
It's weird how shady Renju was, though. About Rohan Kumakura.
I heard that the former head of the Kumakuras committed suicide last year.
Yeah. What's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother. He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother.
They look totally not alike at all whatsoever.
6 years ago, he got sick in the head. He got sent to a special hospital.
6 years ago, he got sick in the head. We're missing an eye, and or probably a murderer.
And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor.
If we are not like the fucking original Cyclops killer, I'm seriously gonna be slightly disappointed.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I love it so much.
You want to know more? Hire a private eye.
Why? I have a private eye of my own. She's in my brain. Literally my eye. Okay, so what do we do? Okay, we go back here. About Shoko. Interesting.
The victim prior to Renju? I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
They're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed. Date, I have determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information. We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
You're right.
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Connected.
Date? It's me. You remember, like, how you said to call you if Ota came?
I love the reception.
Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
I mean, I guess I'm, like, calling you. Oh, God.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Where are you going?
That's none of your concern. MoMA, Congressman Tsujima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Moma's like, you want to be my friend? Look at his face.
Let's go, Iba.
Roger.
All right. To the map, to the map, to the map. I like not having to do Somniums because, you know, I suck at them, so. We do have one more that we're going to have to
This
do that
is all
determines,
really suspicious.
I think, which way we go.
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras.
I don't remember how it was, like, laid out. If it was, like, because you have, like, Mizuki's that goes this way, and then there's one, I think, that leads 2 different paths, and then one has 1 ending, and the other one has another 2 endings. So it's like, to, like, this thing, and then this choice comes over here, and then this one comes here, and here, or here. Like, I think that's the way it goes, and then Iris's is 2 different endings. Because there's 5 endings. I think that's how it goes, but I don't quite remember.
There's definitely something going on there.
I agree, but I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
I've been the passenger seat. Okay, the wheel. The steering wheel. The dashboard. Center console. The glove box. The rear view mirror. You can see the scenery through the rear view. Okay, I don't think there's anything else except for my hands on the wheel. Okay, Iba. Look at Iba. A girl in the passenger seat. A girl in the passenger seat? A girl in the passenger seat. A girl in the passenger seat? Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? He's actually scared.
Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here?
I thought it was a shrimp.
So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Mizuki?
It's me.
Do I look like Renju? If Renju looked like you, I might want to do him. Like,
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you...
Are you?
Mom?
Idiot. They must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage?
See, every time they always say something about dosage or med or like whatever, and he's like, huh? And she's like, nothing. She's not gonna answer.
Anyway, you're Iba, right?
We've seen her before. I like how he's confused every time we see her.
Why are you here? Looking like that?
Like, again, he's seen her before in Somniums, and he's like, who are... I get, like, he's messing with her sometimes, but then he's like, wait, so you're Iba, right? You know what she looks like. I don't know why you ask that.
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality.
I mean, I guess in this path, we haven't seen her out like this, but we've seen her in Somnium, so it's kind of like, we should know and be like, Iba, what are you... Wait, what's happening? This is the first time she's shown herself like this in this route, because in the other one, she showed us, but we were in Iris, so, you know, it was after that Somnium, so, after Mizuki's Somnium, but it's still funny that he, like, freaks out, like, oh, so you're Iba? You've seen her in Somnium, you know what she looks like.
You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
She is your eyeball.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
She also knows everything you think, you pervert. How is So related to the Kumakuras? Oh, no, let's go about your appearance. Let's ask her
Come
that
to
first.
think of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in Somnium.
Yeah, see?
What's that about?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't usually look like that. You have a Somnium form and another form.
Oh, this?
Yes, that.
That's when I'm actually your eyeball running around.
Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Because you're a
Well,
pervert.
I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
If you could do that, change it.
I will not,
Why not?
Why not? So whiny.
because I won't.
I'm gonna have to get used to this look.
I fear you would eventually grow tired of the other form as well. I just wanted to change my look a little. Think of it as a haircut.
Pretty drastic haircut.
So and Moma are suspicious.
As I said earlier, I completely agree that they are suspicious. But there is nothing currently linking them to the case.
That's true. We have no established motive. The victims were displayed, tied up on a horse, hung from the ceiling.
And So would not do that himself. And even if it's like, well, he hired the Kumakuras to do it, they weren't around, so they couldn't have done it, so.
And their left eye's taken out. We still don't know why.
It is possible that Shoko and Renju were disloyal to Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras.
So they hired a third group to do it?
They
Seems
could have been
odd.
killed and displayed as a warning. That would fit the current evidence.
But
Maybe. But it doesn't feel right.
also, then again, they disrespected us, so let's outsource this to someone else so we won't be around and then they can't. I mean, I guess that's smart, but I don't think Yakuza is really worried about, like, well, I don't want people to tie me to the crime. It's like, go ahead. Fucking kill you. Like. No. How is So related to the Kumakuras?
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
Sorry.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories. But would you like to hear them regardless?
Of course.
Please.
Conspiracy theories can be fun. Okay. Go back to that.
Mr.
Keep going.
Tsujima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle. But 20 years ago, So Tsujima lived elsewhere. In the Kawasaki district, to be exact.
Uh-huh.
He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Tsujima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district.
And it's all worthless now.
Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen.
Wow.
The Tsujima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
Uh-huh. But did you know it was gonna happen, or was that just lucky? Because that seems suspicious.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area.
Because otherwise it's like, damn, you would have lost a fuck ton of money if you owned a bunch of fucking real estate in that district and now it's useless, but right before it happened. Wow.
And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value. What are your thoughts?
Pretty
The
sus.
timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, So Tsujima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct.
And eventually that's gonna kinda, and you know what I mean?
Despite the horrific accident, the Tsujima family is no worse off.
They're actually better off. But also, eventually, this, you'd think, okay, after a year, the chemical weight, whatever the hell it was, the radiation, everything's gonna kind of clear out, blah, 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 and then, okay, maybe it'll be, and then now you have a fuck ton of land that was previous, and now you can sell it again.
True. But I don't see the point of it.
I mean,
It's not like he got anything out of it.
he got 1 billion, well, he got what was originally 30 billion yen worth of land for 1 billion yen that eventually could be worth something. Right now, maybe it's not, but you know what I mean?
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed,
Ah!
we will have to continue this conversation later.
But I want to know!
I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss?
Yes.
My name is Akaska, from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case.
Oh, this is about number 89.
There's something that you need to hear.
Okay,
What
this is
is
that
it?
89 thing.
We got a phone call earlier.
So, like, some of it still, like, we go in a moment, we still kind of have the same conversation, but there's pieces missing, and because we're not in Iris's path, we don't know about the ASET figure, and then this time we meet Sosajima there. Like, so things are different, but then we still have, like, this. Now it's number 89 saying he knows who killed Shoko Nadami, blah, blah, blah. He might still get free. You know what I mean? Like, so certain things are still kind of the same, so I do like that. And then, you know, because we get refreshers, we don't have to remember some of the stuff.
From a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen.
Why is it not Kagami, though,
Who is
calling
this?
us?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerned?
Number notice number 89.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. He will kill again, you know. And he'll take their eye while they're still alive.
It's too late, he already did.
There will be more bodies.
There already is more bodies.
If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed. In other words...
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Hmm?
Yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
It would have been funnier if that was Kagami, because he could have been like...
anything to this?
He would have been like, wait, what'd you say your name is? God damn it! 2 out of 10 could not control Kagami more. Like, I mean, I miss that so much.
I don't know.
But it's interesting, because last time it kind of pointed like Renju was suspicious and had something to do with it, right? Because, like, he's the one who lured Iris out, and then she died, but then we saved her, and we don't know who killed her, but it could have been Renju, you know what I mean? And then in this case, it also looked like Renju was the one that was at the freaking merry-go-round, like at Bloom Park, but now he's dead. So it's like, really? Like, I like it. You're like, oh, okay, well... I mean, not saying that Renju wasn't sus in Iris's route, but it's like, okay, but like now he's dead, so... It's Mizuki, she did it. Goddamn genius
Date.
serial killer. Oh,
What's
Ota.
wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom.
Did we not have this conversation when we were... The first time we met him and Iris? I guess not, but...
Mizuki saw her own mom.
I feel like we did. I feel like... Because that was before we went into her Somnium, right? Because we met... But I swear we had this conversation with him. Maybe it was later in Iris's route. I don't know.
And I just left her.
He's like, yeah, you kind of suck, Oda. Not as much as Iris,
But I didn't
though.
know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother.
God, Date's just like, no fucking sympathy.
I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
Okay, I was like, what's happening? Oh my god, we can talk to the receptionist. The window, a large window, an abstract painting
That
is
one
on
is
display.
called Lying, Wishing, Marking Demons.
I thought it was something about dishes and shit. An incomprehensible abstract painting is on display. I like how it's different every single time you talk to people and everybody's like, this is the fucking name of it. And you're like, that's not the name that we were told before. Plant.
Date, look! A little stink bug! Yay! A stink bug!
Aiba has the tendency to get excited about bugs. Yes. Reception desk. The logo. Lemniscate. Okay, we're not going to click on you yet. We're going to click on the people last because that's more fun. Swing over here. We got a table. We got a sofa.
One more bowl, please.
That would be soba.
Soba. Blank monitor. Nothing's on it. We already saw the plants. Magazine rack. How to get rich with cryptocurrency. I'll definitely be taking that one. Lots of magazines. High table.
That's just a high stool.
What about high school?
I said stool.
High stools around the table. A lot of different drinks in the vending machine. Door to an office. Okay, nothing else, nothing else, nothing else. We don't get to click on the lighting or the vents. Somebody could escape in there. That's another plant. We can't click on that door.
Oh,
This monitor.
that's Rundoyer.
Rundoyer?
Who is that?
Rundoyer's video is playing. Okay, that's it. Look at Ota. It's Ota. It's Ota. Where have you been?
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
Which is stalking Iris and...
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a Dojin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads. You know, normal.
For you.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
About Mizuki. Oh, whoops, I didn't click it, sorry.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki. I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain.
I mean, seriously, because you don't even have a bathroom. Never gonna let it go.
Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
You're sick, Date.
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty.
Your mind is dirty, Ota.
If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
What? At her questioning, questioning. Okay, the look on his face and the way he said it wasn't exactly the best, but like, at her questioning. That's not...
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
Like, what is wrong with you, Ota? You're calling me a pervert? That's way more perverted. That is fucking weird. Renju's case.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body.
I mean, I don't know.
This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Oh, right, because we know that he, like, fakes all that
Wait,
shit.
it's no big deal. I just...
Made a bunch of accounts to trash her so that he could white knight her.
You better start talking.
Okay.
Hold on, before we get there, let's look at... Oh, no! I don't know what I asked her.
You know, that's awfully aggressive.
I hate that! I'm trying to click the middle and it jumps over.
You're an alpha type, aren't you? I kind of like that.
I do not know what I asked her, and I'm like...
And I kind of like you.
Wow.
Oh, but there is one little thing you should know about me. I'm a reptilian. Is that going to be a problem?
What now?
What's a reptilian?
A reptilian humanoid alien. They are said to be shapeshifters that take on human form.
She fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
that is definitely going to be a problem.
good, Date. Good for you. It's not the reptilian part. It's that she's fucking crazy. And Date, do not stick your dick in crazy. Okay. I'm just saying.
Aw, too bad.
That is like the best way to get rid of someone. I'm like a reptilian. I worship, like, oh, and I'm flat earth, blah, 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 this crazy shit. And then they're like, yeah, and I'm out. Thank God. You just pretend to be crazy so they don't want to stick their dick in you, and then they leave you alone. Genius! Anyway, the girl with the big tits is sitting behind the counter. Yes, that's what I've decided to call her. Not to her face, of course.
Hey, girl with the big tits.
Excuse me?
Shit, I said it to her face.
I want to run away and never look back.
The girl with the big tits is sitting behind the counter. Okay, it's not gonna change. I'm disappointed. Anyway. You're cute!
You get asked out a lot, don't you? I don't know why you're sitting here behind a desk. You should be an idol.
Oh, thank you.
It's the boobs the size of your head.
But despite my looks, I am a bit too old to be an idol. I couldn't get into it now.
What, because you're not 16? Gross.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I turned 36 this year.
She does not look 36. Ota looks horrified. Ota's like, what? Oh, gross. Ota, you're creepy and pervy, so shut up. And Date's like, hi.
You're kidding.
I mean, I feel like, are you bullshitting her? Because she doesn't look 36. I mean, she's drawn that way. But also like, no, you're kidding. You look so much younger. I know you're just lying, but I like it anyway. Thank you for the call.
No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
Too bad she's a lizard girl.
I'm glad.
So, wait, the girl with the big tits sitting behind the counter. Where's Iris?
She's recording a podcast right now. Looking at her schedule, it should end soon.
Okay. Now let's go back to Ota and continue Renju's case.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone?
Are you going to
Someone
answer
was
that?
with him. A man. No. A woman.
Ota, just fucking tell us. You're shit at lying.
Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here.
Was it Iris?
Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
So this makes sense, because when we went in her route, right? He called her out at 2 a.m. They disappeared together. You know, she went out and then she ended up dead. But in this one, they went out together. He ended up dead. Interesting. Okay.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, so it's the same scenario. Because, I mean, we saw that. We saw, remember, we told Iris not to go out. Because we were in Mizuki's Somnium. We saw her dead. We told her not to go out. She went out anyway. So in this, we didn't see her. She went out. You know, so that stuff still happens. It's interesting that just slight things change, but other things are still kind of happening the same in the background.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess.
I mean, aside from the fact that I can tell by your body temperature you're lying, you're also shit at fucking lying, and any moron can tell you're lying. Even
You're
the
right.
receptionist knows.
Renju came out of the building with Tessa. But Tessa has nothing to do with this.
I mean,
She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly.
I don't think she could lift Renju like that.
She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me.
She's a pain in the fucking ass, Ota.
Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
No, she just sexually blackmails you. A savior? Ota, you're so
First
sad.
time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing. And it made me realize something important.
I could just jack off to her videos and I don't have to do a damn thing.
You don't have to care what people think, you know?
I mean, he's not wrong. You don't have to care what people think. True! You're still pathetic, Ota.
If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge ASET fan and got over my writer's block. And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired.
And now, 6 years later, I've written 3 whole pages!
A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down. So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
What you doing, birds? Oh. Slow down. I didn't say Iris was the murderer.
But do you suspect her?
Not really.
I need to hear her side of the story. If I
Agreed.
do, I might find out she's totally innocent.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk to her.
If you truly believe that she didn't do it, You should tell me everything you know.
But...
Do it for Iris.
Do it for Iris. Or I'll just fucking shoot her. What time did Renju and Iris leave the building?
around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see.
I don't know. Ota. Okay, I followed them.
They got into Renju's car and drove off.
What did you do?
I
Cried.
went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved.
I cried.
I figured I would just go home.
What did you and Birdie to being friends? Yeah?
What happened?
This
Dante.
bitch. This bitch.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
If any part of this bitch's conversation involves like, take me out on a date, I will fucking rage quit. I hate her. Oh my god, do we have to go in her Somnium again? I don't want to do it. Good, boss. We need you here. Oh. Interesting. I mean, according to her,
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions.
there's some crazy people after her. Isoltals? What is it? NyQuil? Whatever. NyQuil logs? I don't know. Anyway, they're after her. Like, whatever.
Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
So, like, I wonder, because, like, that was, we went down the her route, like, totally believing her, whatever, all that crazy shit. So, like, I wonder, like, I mean, she still ended up dead, but, like, I wonder if that even comes back at all, or, like, later you're like, no, so believing her was, like, fucking batshit insane. It seemed batshit insane, but, like, we really didn't have a choice, because I don't think we could have gone the other way in her Somnium to get the other ending. I think we had to do that one first, so we had to believe her. We didn't have a choice. Which is kind of why I think the game fed you like, oh my god, you have to make a disco ball! What do? I guess we make a fucking disco ball. Like,
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth. And I would appreciate your cooperation.
oh, we can look a desk in the middle of the room. Oh, can we look and see boss? There's a
This is
camera.
the camera used to record the interrogation. Images captured by this camera are sent to the database in real time. It is later saved permanently on our servers. You can remotely control it as well.
Camera used for interrogation. The lens is facing Iris. A pipe. There are pipes on the walls. Surveillance camera A. Security camera. This interrogation room has 2 surveillance cameras. This is one of them. The other's installed near the doorway. Oh, look there. Ooh, mirror. 2-way mirror. There's a small room on the other side of the mirror, but you can't see it from here. Room is reflected in the mirror. I guess we don't get to see boss. Because, like, we can't go any further over. And we can't see the door when we only see the pipes. Like, boss is over there. That's it, I guess. Alright. Oh, can we click the chair? No, just Iris. Alright, well, here we go. Look at Iris. Iris looks nervous. It's understandable, of course, after suddenly being taken to a place like this. She's anxious, but I can't read exactly what she's thinking. In any case, I don't think she's acting. I don't think she's that good of an actress. Iris is sitting in front of me. Okay. Is Ota's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes? Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think.
Well, so this is slightly different because I don't remember if he called her out earlier, but in hers it was like 2 a.m. So this is slightly different.
I got ready, then headed over there.
But maybe, like, if it had gone like we were in her, like, so maybe she goes out with a blah blah blah, and then later he would also come to her house at 2 a.m. when we, like, if he hadn't ended up dead. That's true. I don't know what I was thinking because he was dead at 8. So, like, okay.
I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
Okay. What were you doing with Renju?
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there, but the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before. Especially with important people being there.
What kind of important people? Oh, what did you do after you turned him down?
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura. At 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car.
It's funny because like at 6:15 p.m. and most people would be like, I don't know, it was after 6, I think. Like at 6:14 and 48 seconds. Like
I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Iba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized.
You know?
Human memory is ambiguous.
Again, exactly. Like, I don't know, I left around 6, I guess? Something like that. And I mean, I don't remember what time I got home, but I remember looking at the clock. It was a little after 7 and being like, oh, shit, I need dinner. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that, but you're not like exactly at 6:15.
Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was... Okay. I'm not crazy.
True.
I was just like, is the writing just bad where they're like, it's exactly 6:15 or she'd been but no. So the writing is fine. They're doing this on purpose. Do you have an alibi?
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
Oh, well.
Not necessarily.
She's just really good at it.
We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night.
And again, I mean, the watch being in the barrel almost seems like somebody put him in the barrel and then you could roll him in. You know what I mean? And you have to do, if that's the case, he weighs, what did he weigh? Like 100 and whatever? You take the 310 in the elevator. I mean, this is what they did. You take the 310 in the elevator, minus his weight, minus the weight of the barrel, and that's the weight of the person that murdered was there, and you're getting pretty low. I think he was like 160, was he? Was that what it said? Like, well, yeah, because if he was, and then the barrel was like 40-something, right? So, 200, the 110 pounds. I mean, I'm just saying... It was a small person.
If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
But it was someone, like, pretty small. It wasn't someone that, like...
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean...
You used to work at Sunfish Pocket, right?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
Hold on, I have an itch. Oh, okay, sorry.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
About the surveillance camera.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
I love the fact that, like, this is so much better than her route. What are you trying to say? I will fucking pin this on you, you son of a bitch. I love this so much better than her route. When did you find out about Renju?
When did you find out Renju was killed?
He's dead?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Yeah, I mean, right?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do?
I mean, okay, on one hand, it's like, yes, you fucking moron. But at the same time, if you were really upset that someone died, whatever, you might not think about that. So I can't really hate her too much, like, for not thinking about it, because you're like, oh my god, they died, and I saw them, I think a normal person who's watched any kind of fucking TV would be like, cops are coming after me, because they're gonna find out that I was there, so, like, maybe I should, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I saw him last night, I don't have any information, but, you know what I mean? He said he was going here, you know? But, like, I could understand if someone totally forgot, and then they're like, so you didn't think to go... No, I actually... didn't. I was too upset about the fact that my boss got murdered. You know what I mean? Like, I could understand that, but it does make her sound suspicious.
I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
That sounds like bullshit, because you could call the police and be like, hey, I was with Renju, I've got a podcast, but I can come in the afternoon and tell you. She had no intention of it, though, you know what I mean? So, like, saying, oh, I didn't really think about it. You're right. That's stupid. One thing. Being like, I totally had a podcast, and, like, it would inconvenience people if I wasn't there. I mean, in Japanese society, probably, but, like, you'd think you'd still be like, let me call the police and tell them, I saw Renju, I'll come in, I can come in after this time, I can't come in right away. Like, okay, fine. Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
She wasn't there.
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home.
We really need to be like, so how much do you weigh, Iris?
She came back home early this morning.
Uh-huh.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know.
She's like, do I look like my mother's keeper?
Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
Ooh.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
And she was dating... Oh my god, wait a minute! She was dating that serial killer dude. She was well, he was a hired hitman or whatever. She was dating the hitman guy. She went to high school with Renju. Moma also somehow went to high school with them. I don't know, it's starting to look like crazy now. I love this! So much shit happening!
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
He was also drugged.
Oh, she's got a point.
He was drugged.
A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
I mean, again, he was... I like how we can see us walking around the background. He was drugged.
No, it's still possible. You see...
It's still possible, not that, it was, Renju's autopsy report.
Renju's estimated TOD is yesterday, around 8 p.m. Numerous hemorrhages in the blood vessels of the throat and face indicate strangulation.
Oh, sedation is right down there,
the
never mind.
weapon used to commit the murder was some kind of twisted cloth.
That's what I was thinking, but I missed it down here, so okay.
Likely wrapped it. Renju then, the more
okay.
In short.
Hold on, sedation. Show. Yeah.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body.
I missed it when I was looking for. I was like, maybe it's under the autopsy.
Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
Put him in the drum.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds.
Right.
Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
I mean, he's got 3 things stringing him up.
Ingenuity?
The barrels? Is that what we're talking about? The oil drum? Is it the oil drum? Well, that's... How could it be lifted up to the ceiling? That doesn't... I don't know, because, like... That's the discovery of the body. That's not the autopsy report. That's not the oil drum. The oil drum was what he was in.
The oil drum inside Sunfish Pocket.
So I'm not... To me, it's like, okay, you use the 3 different water...
The
3
type
different...
that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity.
That's how you got him in.
It weighs approximately 44 pounds.
See, she weighs a little under. Like, is it... I don't think it's this, though.
I don't think so, Date.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
This is irrelevant to the question
of how to lift the body. It wouldn't be this either. I need to find a way that even Iris could have pulled up Renju's body. But this doesn't look connected. I can't figure out... It's not his watch. Is it the discovery? Okay, I guess that's it.
It went like this.
I guess I could have clicked and looked at it, but I was looking for something a little more
Renju
obvious.
was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw.
Okay, so like, because I was thinking like the discovery of the body was like when we discovered the body, not the discovery of how the body was strung on. Like, you know what I mean? I was looking for something a little more clear, but
Then
okay.
all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. Like beer kegs, point that out and then that would have been
You
helpful.
think a teenage girl could have done that?
I mean...
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
Yeah, I mean...
I guess it isn't impossible.
I like how we're just totally
you get
accusing
on
her
top
of
of
murder.
the counter.
It's great.
Hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then... What do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible.
But
how would I get his body in there? That's the oil drum!
But there is one more thing.
Boss, I got this. I got this, boss. I got it. Shh, girl.
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him.
She's gonna be like, how the fuck would she drag him there?
If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Put him in the oil drum and roll him in the elevator. And again, the 160 pounds plus the 44 is 204 pounds. That means she's a little under 110 pounds.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
Iris, how much do you weigh?
How?
Perfect. That's how you do math. This is the oil drum. Yep. Bam. Oil drum. This could have something to do with it. But I need more to support my theory. Is it the elevator record, maybe? Maybe. No. Okay, Renju's weight discovery. Is it the autopsy
You
report,
have
maybe?
to prove that Iris could have moved Renju's body. That is your current task.
I
This
know,
will
but-
not help you.
I guess the weight, maybe? The question is, how did Iris move the corpse? I got the oil drum, but I don't know. In the elevator? We already put the elevator in there, didn't we? No. Where he was murdered? I have to determine the transportation. I guess the watch? Okay, that doesn't... I guess I get where they're going with that. The oil drum. The watch was in the oil drum. That proves he was put in the oil drum. But you could have just been he was put in the oil drum. How do you know? The watch. Okay, I guess I should have made that... I guess I see where they were going,
what
but
this is?
we have to figure out how he was moved there. The watch. What I was thinking, you know what I mean?
It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Again, always case the scene before. Oh, hey, found the watch. Put it on him, then hang him up. Just saying.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure.
I mean, yes. Sounds legit. We don't know that Iris is the suspect.
Just pointing out that it's possible.
I mean, it seems legit. I'm just saying.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed.
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
I was waiting for that.
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
Not you. I'm talking to my magic eye. Shut up. Boss is like, not going there. Boss is like, this is interesting. She looks so mad. The look on her face is so suspicious.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
Do the math.
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do
Elevator.
you say that?
This is where we get the elevator. Elevator record. We need 3 pieces. There are others. Renju's weight. This isn't enough. I need another clue. Was it the oil drum? Because that's like The weight of it? Okay.
Iris,
that one
on
was
which
like
floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor.
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once.
So good.
At 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310...
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Boss looked a little too happy about that.
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail.
Huh? Okay.
However...
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall. There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings.
Interesting.
Look at this.
Iris?
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like. But we need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Texting?
Without turning around?
Yes.
How would I do that?
She's got her phone out. You can't tell from this angle. Iris and mirror? Okay. Like, what kind of an asshole would be texting?
Ah, shit.
Save me, they're accusing me of a lot of stuff. They're going to think I did it. It's okay. Stay calm. Okay, I won't tell anybody to think. Oh, I didn't even get
Iris,
to read also.
What are you thinking? What is that thing?
Oh, did Ota do it?
Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date.
We're going to go in her brain.
Sync with her.
Look at Boss is like, sync with her. We're not going to do that in this part, though, because that's going to take too much time. We only have a few minutes left, so.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
We're going to have to stop once we get in there, sorry.
Think you can do it?
Not a problem. Get it started.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up...
I know.
Then, let's begin.
It's perfect timing, but it also sucks that there's no, like, screen to get here. It's like instantly, here you are in Somnium, and then it's like, but now we gotta stop. Oh, we're gonna fuck this up so bad. But I'm pretty sure depending, there's 2 different ways this goes. So I don't know if we should, I think we should just do it however we do it. And see what happens. Because I think this one leads 2 different ways. I'm not, I think that's what I said. And then depending on which way you go, one more leads 2 different paths, and then one just goes straight on.
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Doesn't this look like the warehouse where we found the other Somnium, like the other
but
thing?
There must be a connection.
Iris,
Isn't
what
it?
are you hiding?
It looks like where we found the other sync machine.
Somnium scan. Activate.
All right, I'm going to stop here where she activated, and we'll have to get this in the next part. It's going to be weird because I don't think I have time. Like, I have a vacation coming up. I'm long back by the time you see this, you know, but I actually went on vacation before any of this even posted. But, so it's going to be weird because between this and when I come back, it's going to be like a week, and I'm going to be like, the fuck happened? So be prepared for that, and me forgetting how to do that, even though I suck at the Somniums anyway, but it's alright. We'll go however we get it. I don't think I want to try to get a specific ending. I think I just want to get one, and then we'll go back and use the guide to get the other ones right, you know? So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.